Okay, so now we're on lesson 5. We'll do lesson 5 and 6 today. What is the difference between a program language and a everyday natural language? Write some ideas like programming languages, tell a computer what to do. They are specific to computer jobs or processes. Let's see. They can evolve just like natural languages can. They can have dialects or different variations, just like natural languages can. They're algorithmic, so they have a series of steps that computer languages are also unambiguous. So a certain word or function only has one meaning or interpretation. It can't be interpreted multiple ways. Okay, like in natural languages, we often have words that can mean more than one thing depending on the situation. That doesn't work for computers. Computers can't deal with that situation. They can't deal with different meanings for the same word, for the same input. You can say that programming languages are made for computers to use and natural languages are made for humans to use. Some different ideas there, things you can put. And then now we're getting to lesson 6, Intro to Programming. We're going to modify several working apps. Okay, so we got the code here, that block code like we saw before in the other activity. Why do you think some information is in quotes and some not? Add 2 lines of code, one that displays a string, one that displays a number. Okay, string, remember a string is a text phrase and a number is not a text phrase. So if you have something that's a string, then your computer cannot add it to something else, right? If you your computer considers it like a word or a letter, even if that letter is the number 7. Okay, if the computer thinks it's a string, it's not going to treat it like the number 7. It's going to treat it like a letter, a character. Okay, so let's watch this. Okay, so I'm running the program. Hi, this is a very simple program, but can display text in quotes. You can also display numbers like this, 100. I wonder why that showed down here and not in, let's try it again. Let's see if we can get rid of the debug console. Okay, let's run it. Oh no, it comes up in the console. Hi, this is a very simple program. Oh yeah, because it's all in the console there. Okay, so let's try to add some code of our own. Okay, so 5 plus 7, for example. In my message, I'm going to put 5 plus 7. And then I'm going to do another one where it's just the number is 5 plus 7. See if there's any difference here when I run the code. Okay. Okay, hi, blah, 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 that's this stuff. Okay, this display number is 100. It's 5 plus 7. Oh, look at that, it does 12. Okay, so you see how the first time when it's in quotations, it considers it like a word, 5 plus 7. But the second time, when it's not in quotation marks, it considers it as a number. So if you write 5 plus 7, it's going to do the math and tell you that 5 plus 7 is 12. And that's what it's going to show you, 12. Okay, let's go to the next step. All right. So let's see, I got to run this program. Discuss the differences between console.log and set property. Be as specific as possible. Modify one console log and one set property. Okay, so let's run it. This is a big button. Oh, whoa. If I click it, it turns colors and it gets bigger. Now it's a bigger button. Starting my program, ending my program. Oh, okay. Let's reset. Okay, run it. I'm not going to click this time. I'm just going to see what happens. Okay, I don't need to click. It changes by itself. Okay, we look at the code. So console log, starting my program, set property of big button. That's the element. Background color blue. Okay, so let's go to the console log. We'll put in something else there like and in the controls, let's set another property of the big button. Or no, maybe with the screen. Ooh, set the screen to the background color to red. Okay, let's try it, see if it worked. Okay, starting my program, makes it blue, changes the height, changes the height of the button. Oh, now the background is red, and then we have ha 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 ha. Okay, finish, did that. Continue, next part. Run this program, discuss how the on event block works. Be as specific as possible. How do commands inside an on event run different from commands outside? And then add one command inside the on event and one command outside. So here's the on event code here. You see on event big button click. So if you see that little bit of yellow, all this green code is actually let's see if we can like drag it out there. Okay, let's no, we can't do that. Yeah, we can actually remove it from all the green part. We can remove it from on event. Okay, it's inside on event. So these things are what happens after you click. Okay, let's try it. Run the thing. Starting my program is what it says in the console. Okay, there's nothing happening. So now I'm going to click. See, it's changing. You click the button. Okay, fantastic. Now I'm going to add a command outside, like, and then inside I'm going to, maybe I'll do that set property again. Set property. This time I'm going to make the big button background color red. Okay, so reset and let's run it. Big button. Okay. I think we got that one. And maybe what I should point out there is just like when you when it's outside the on event, then it happens no matter if you click or not. Okay, so if I run this thing, it's going to do all this stuff. Starting my program, ha 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 ha, ending my program. Okay, so all the stuff that's outside on event has already happened. Okay, but I didn't click yet, so I don't have any of the inside stuff. Okay, now if I click, now it's going to turn blue, get bigger, and change the text, and then turn red. Yeah, there you go. Okay, next. Cats or dogs, you decide. So run this program to see how it works. Make sure you click both buttons, and then think about how does the play sound block work? How do the lines that start with that thing work? Add code so the dog button makes sound 2. Change the messages when each button is clicked. Okay. These gray blocks of code are just comments, so those aren't actual. That's not actual programming. There, it's just to tell you what happens. So let's run it. Cats. Okay. Dogs. Cats. Dogs. Cats. Dogs. Okay. Super. So what do I have to do? Add code so the dog button makes sound 2. Okay. Well, I'm going to look for the on event dog button code here, and I'm going to add a play sound block, and I need to get that play sound block here. I choose animals. Do we have a dog? There it is. Yeah, cool. I wonder what sound a penguin makes. Wow. Oh, that's cool. Well, let's keep with the dog there. What does that false mean? Oof. Maybe I don't need that parameter. Okay, so I just have sound category dog. Okay, change the messages when each button is clicked. Where are my message labels? I have to edit those in design mode, I think. Let's look at the design mode. Okay, so this is dog button. No, I want the labels. Message label. Okay. Well, let's run it now. Let's see what happens here. Cats rule. Dogs. Okay, it makes the noise. That's cool. Let's go back to the code tab. Huh. Oh, I gotta change the property in here. So cats rule. So let's change that to cats are victorious. And for the dogs one, it's the dogs number 1. We're gonna say who let the dogs out. All right. Let's reset it, run it. Doesn't work. Oh, it works, but who let the dogs out is a little bit too long. Okay, That's our victorious. Okay, well, that's fine. Let's go to the next one. Run this program to see how it works. Discuss how you think the random number command works. Each time random number runs, there's a possibility of a different result. Why did the birds move even if they're not clicked? Are there other options? Then we got to modify. Make the birds move around the entire screen, not just the top left corner. Experiment with the other types besides the mouse over and click. Which ones still make the game work? Okay, so this is some kind of game. Okay. Interesting. All right. Let's see. So on event hawk mouse over. Oh, okay. So that moves the hawk randomly somewhere on the screen from 0 to 100 and 0 to 200. Those numbers are pixels, right? If you look at your X and Y when you put your cursor on the screen, you can see X is the first one, right? Here's 100 in X. Okay, so that's this distance from the left side of the screen. See, if I go down, I stay at 100. That's the distance from the left. And then Y is the distance from the top. You see up at the top, Y is 0, or very close to 0 if I can stay right on it. It's hard to stay right on it because a pixel is a very small unit of measurement. Now, if I go down here, that's when I get to Y is 200 down there. So I want these guys to move around the whole screen. Well, the whole screen goes to X is 320, Y is 450, something like that. So let's make this 320 and 320 and make this 450. Okay, and then what other kinds of events besides mouse over? We got click, mouse over, mouse up, mouse down, key press, key down, key up. Okay, cool. Let's try to run it. Oh, you see they're moving around the whole thing there. Okay. Let's try mouse down. So every time I do the mouse down, he moves somewhere randomly. Okay, I think I did those tasks. Let's go to the last one here. Sequential versus event-driven programs. What's the difference between a sequential program and event-driven program? A sequential program has has one thing or one result followed by another without any user input. An event-driven program depends on user input, like clicking or mouse over. That's when you just like hover over something. Mouse over. I'm mousing over submit here. Mouse over or key press, like if you press a button on your keyboard. Sequential, spell it right, Sam. Thank you. Okay, there it is. Cool. And you are done with lessons 5 and 6.